Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yeah, do it in the beat. Do it one more time. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Pop that thing, because I am Mr. Pop That Thing, me, the one and only triple, the G.O.D. Always surrounded by my family, the squadron, Brandon, you. Yes, you're live right here with us, right here on Team GRF TV. And yo, I spoiled it for y'all, but yo, we are still in the middle of the hold that, the catch us spectacular. Roll that R, let them know it's real, baby. Right in the middle of the catch us spectacular. Roll the R. See, I had to lean up with it, but anyway, let's just relax for a second, because I can roll the Mars all day, but we need to hop to the current present, even in the middle of the catch us spectacular. Is that, yo, the wonderful 101 remaster live on Kickstarter. I'm starting at the page right now to be a part of the video later on. Is that I think before we watch a video, we take a look at a Kickstarter or do anything. Maybe for those who may not know, maybe we should set the stage for this. But I'm trying to figure out like how, because maybe we should talk about Mad World, but that's another conversation. Maybe I should be mad at a lot of you. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Maybe I should be mad at Sega of America about how Anarchy Reigns got ultra screwed in its promotional wave of when it came out in America, when it should have been a simultaneous release all around the world, and how that game died out quicker than anything. And wondering and thinking about now that we're in this new realm where Platinum Games can sell plug anything, a free-to-play Anarchy Reigns would be dope as hell. Just putting that out there, just putting that in the ether. More people should play Anarchy Reigns. You should do that. Even given that, I'm going to put the Anarchy Reigns thing in the box, we should play that one day, let's look at it right now. Platinum Games went on Kickstarter because they went everywhere else, and when nobody like, we trying to do this, because when you heard the underbubbling rumors for like the last week, when you heard that Microsoft was going to buy Platinum outright, and then like, and it was a thing, and when you really think about that, like, bro, do you remember Scalebound? And it's like, we don't. What's a Scalebound, bro? Do we know you? We just want to buy. No. Now, understanding and knowing and reading that stuff, because it was like a little thing that came on maybe about a year and a half ago about the whole breakdown about like what happened to Scalebound and why. And when you really think about that, it makes a lot more sense that it ended up the fate that it ended up in. But it looked dope. But wondering and remember that Microsoft would come in, but you know, they got that new studio push for their new box or whatever. So I don't know about that either, but we can throw that off to the side too. That's not important. They went to Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, well, we put the game on our sequel system that did horribly bad, and wonder why the game that got put out was horribly bad. But we're gonna talk about that because this is the game in question. We're talking about that. So we're gonna take the Wii U and the wonderful 101, and I'm going to sit it down, because I'm gonna pick that back up later, because I have to pick up a Wii and make some comparisons to another video game with some of the same fate. So back to you. So in the midst of all this, Platinum got that Chinaman money with a St. Paul sandwich. So you know that St. Louis, you don't know about no St. Paul. It's technically an egg foo young patty with some mayonnaise and some pickles and some tomatoes, and it's fire depending on what Chinaman you go to or whatever. But yeah, I'm giving you STL references and all that. But yeah, they got that Chinaman money straight from Tencent, who makes their money off the backs of Chinese people and free-to-play games and something about the King of Fighters. But we'll get to that. Don't worry about that. Into where we are now, that we having this experience for people is so important for Platinum. Like, yo, we'll go to Kickstarter and we will let the people speak with their wallets. And I am looking at this right now because I felt that I needed to be looking at this as I talk to you, and I'm looking at this now. They asked for 50 stacks. They got over $1 million. You can do a lot with that. So we'll go through all of that. But before we get into the video and looking at the Kickstarter, I do want to do something, and this is very important for me to do because I need to do it for myself. Remember that box we just had about a couple of minutes ago? That whole wonderful 101 box on the Wii U with the failed system and the game that didn't sell because people didn't buy it enough? I am going to do myself a favor. From this same invisible box, I'm going to set a Wii next to it. Because see, the wonderful 101 on the Wii U suffered the same fate of another game that came out on the previous previous system. That game is called Sin and Punishment 2-star successor. It was the one game not enough people played. And I sit up here on the general that if we talking about games from that decade from 2000 to 2009, in that top 10 somewhere, Sin and Punishment 2-star successor. That game is a worthy addition to the series it's come from. It was a great game, but for whatever reason, nobody played it. And I don't understand why such a wonderful game by the gods that treasure on the system that's booming the most, and then none of y'all pick it up. I don't get that. I don't understand it. It don't make sense to me, and I can't go back in time and undo that. But here's me telling you something. You know that system we're going to talk about, the Wii U, that game with the wonderful 101 on? You can buy that game digitally for like, I think, $10. So if you still got a Wii U somewhere and you need to play one of the best that game that came out on the Wii, or in general that last decade that we spoke of, go pick up Sin and Punishment 2-star success, okay? I felt that even though it's kind of catty corner that I needed to open my mouth and say that because it's a legitimate thing, because it flows right back into this. The wonderful 101 for that generation was the game you should have played and you did not. I'm like, I know people sit up here and they have their rights and their wrongs about the game, but me personally, given what the landscape is, not enough people play the video game. Not enough. It's that game that that you hear about like years later in afterthoughts, and given the state of how a lot of people absorb what it is they feel about gaming, they do it through the minutia of the people that they get their entertainment from. So it's a lot of people that maybe, given the people that I watch and given like the YouTube circles that I run in, it's like people don't speak about the game as much, but you see little spurts when they do. There should be more of that. But now there's a Kickstarter that it made as of right now, because I'm dating this video, over $1 million. I don't think there's gonna be a problem, because given what the plans are, Switch joint, PC joint, PS4 joint, I don't know. It's like, it's weird to put games on Xbox and things like that. So it may be coming to that. I'm like, mobile ports, I don't know. I'm just playing about the last part. But even given all of this, I am so happy for one of my favorite development houses in video games that they had the courage to stand up and be, this is what the streets need. So if the streets want it bad enough, let them speak with their wallets. And given that they only needed 50 stacks and they had $1 million, and we ain't even through day one, anything can happen. Anything. But I've done enough talking, but let's review the talking really quickly. Go play Mad World. Go play Anarchy Reigns. Go play the wonderful 101. Go play Sin and Punishment 2-star successor. Go do that. Like, I'm like, the thing is like, Bayonetta's finna come out on PS4 with Vanquish in a 2-disc pack, so don't really need to speak about that. Bayonetta 2 is on the Wii and the Wii U. And the Switch. Well, it's not on the Wii. That's another game that I was thinking about. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Because No More Heroes was on the brain. I can't wait to hear more about No More Heroes 3, but that's another thing. Because, we're not going to do that. Because that is a whole conversation I've been meaning to have with the streets for a while now. But given that Platinum has all these wonderful things, and that I just coughed that out. But that's more of a Konami will put that in a pachinko machine before you ever see a release of Metal Gear Rise of Revenge. Just putting that out there. So, am I missing anything? I don't think I am. I really think that we hit the major points of like Platinum stuff, and we're not talking about like they licensed stuff like Transformers, which was very okay, to the Ninja Turtle game that completely was not, and the things that falter in between. The core game is pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You can't get it anymore, which is why I mentioned those 3 games, because you can't get them digitally anymore at all. Just wiped off the face of the planet. Like they didn't even exist. It's a shame that, but what you gonna do about that? You can't do anything. But we try though. Free to play out if you're ready. You should really do that, Platinum, because that would be dope. But anyway, I've done enough talking. Plenty of. So there's a Kickstarter pitch. I think we should look at that. Then I got you on the YouTube. Then I got you on the point. Oh boy, it's too early in the morning for this. Don't mind the head knockers. We trying something out. Like, If y'all remember, like when I first started getting on the camera again for real, I was wearing head knockers. We back to head knockers. Don't ask me why. It's an experiment, and I think it works, but we gonna find out together. So, here's the plan. I've done all this talking to set this stage, and it took me 10 minutes to do it, and I'll do it again in 10 minutes. You're damn right I will. We finna see what it is. What are the goals of this Kickstarter? Like, what is it that we as fans need to do to make sure this thing is a success, which it already is, because they asked for 50 stacks, and right now, to date this video, as I'm looking at it, it's $1,032,000. $1,032,402. Because it was changing as I was talking. Because people are getting in this work. Oh. That plan. Oh, yeah. The plan. Okay. What's the plan? Oh, yeah. We're going to get Lil Sis up there. Then I'm going to get Big Cuz up there. We're going to sort all this out. We got you. So, Lil Sis, the darkness needs to be illuminated, because it has to be. Because only with you can we see what the future is. So come on now, girl. Just like that. So, I've got a plan. So, if y'all ready to do this, let's do what it is that we do. Now, activating the Wonderful 101 Remaster, the Kickstarter pitch. I'm holding Magdalene up. Don't worry about it. .exe.
さ、すごく面白いのですごく自信を持ってるんだけど、これもっとたくさんのユーザーに遊んでもらえてもいいゲームだと思うんだよ。でもそうするためにどうしたらいいのか全然わかんない。どうしたらいいの？
もっとたくさんの人に遊んでもらうために何かいい方法はないでしょうか？
そうだよ。最初のゲーム機全てに移植するっていうのはどうですか？そうしたらみんなが好きなハードで遊べます。
いやでも絶対無理ですよ。101を移植するお金なんてどこにもないじゃないですか。
じゃあ一体どうやって資金を集めればいいんでしょう？
解決策ならあるぞ。キックスターターで101のクラウドファンディングをするんだ。
さすがですか宮さん。
What is this? What? Bayonetta. Control Kami. Okay.
皆さんの声は私たちに届いています。しかし、101を使って実現するには皆さんの協力が必要です。
Excuse me? Hold up. Okay. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute, right? Okay. You gotta be the blocking head buster to the homie curb stomp, dog. I'm done. Excuse me? I'm super done. They don't want to stop. They stopping that poor bastard. Nah, he already got the final finisher hit on him. They're like, yo, we're good, man. Just stomp him. I'm done. Please resume the video.
ここで私たちはキックスターターを利用することにしました。今回プラチナゲームズは初めて自社パブリッシュに挑戦します。我々はパブリッシャーではなくディベロッパー、一開発会社なのでそこにはいろんな困難があります。ぜひそこに皆さんの協力をいただいて101を最新プラットフォームに届けたいと考えています。皆さんの応援がたくさん集まれば もしかしたら追加コンテンツも増えるかもしれません。皆さんの協力をぜひよろしくお願いします。みんな協力してくれ。総員ユナイトアジャ
Okay, not bad. A wolf got curb stomped, and thank you, assist. And I don't know how to personally feel about that. I shouldn't feel anyway about that, but yet I do. So, with all of that being said, and as a promise, indeed a promise, let me get this set up for y'all. And I'll just click that. All right, if y'all ready? We want to get big cuz up here. Like, what the? That's weird. Well, what we do? Let me see. See, this is live TV, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I'm not gonna shy away at this live television. I would never do that. Oh, that's better. I had to close out a whole bunch of programs behind it. See, live television, we still learning. So, let's get big cuz over here, man. Let's take it live to Google motherfucking Chrome. The nice little fade in, just like that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kickstarter page for the Wonderful 101 Remastered. So, let's find out what's going on here. Oh, this video, we've already watched that. Don't worry about that. And you're seeing the numbers go up live in stereo. So, okay, what is the Wonderful 101? The Wonderful 101 is a Unite action adventure game developed by Platinum Games Incorporated, directed by action game luminary Hideki Kamiya, and originally released on the Nintendo Wii U. In this game, players take control of the Wonderful, heroes from all over the world, chosen to defend the Earth from all manner of extraterrestrial threats. When the peaceful Blossom City comes under attack by alien invaders, Wonder Red, Blue, and the rest of the Wonderful Ones suit up and unite to save the world. The Wonderful 101 Remaster will be released on the Nintendo Switch, with versions for other platforms becoming available via stretch goals. We also plan to add a host of remaining extras as stretch goals are met, with the goal of making the Wonderful 101 Remaster the definitive depiction of our heroes' exploits. Special Backer Edition. Physical copies of the Wonderful 101 Remastered distributed as backer rewards will include a special backers-only Kickstarter exclusive cover. Additionally, backers will receive DLC unlocked via stretch goals for free. Okay, so here's where we are. Switch version, Steam version, PS4 version, and we got Time Attack, and I think Lucas' first mission. That's a thing that's definitely going to be hit probably by the end of the day. So there's that, and hashtag stuff. You know what I'm saying? So gotta use them hashtags, family. Okay. So we'll take care of that. Social media challenges. Oh, you can play to get blocked, so you don't have to say anything in English. Because I don't even know. Because I remember for a minute one of his rules was don't tweet to him in English. But when I used to be able to tweet to him in English, I found out he had no idea what Comic Zone was, which is kind of weird. But I don't hope that it gets me. He's still my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, love some Kamen Rider. Ryuki, if you don't know, fun fact, Ryuki's his favorite rider, which kind of makes sense given that he's Kamiya, our Lord. Anyway. So, the digital version, a physical version. Ooh, a keychain. Some stickers. Ooh, Wonder Pink, my favorite. Identification card. A Wonder Pendant. A wonderful t-shirt, digital comics, a physical version of the comic, an acrylic diorama, an art book, soundtracks, a full soundtrack, ooh, a vinyl record, yum yum, a Keshi figure, ooh, custom controller, that's kind of dope, a thank you art book, a Super Platinum trophy, a Wonder Mac. Ooh, the Wonder Red jacket. I'm like, that's kind of sick. And button displays. Oh, we should probably scroll back up because I've just been scrolling through this and not being able to take a look at anything. If you'll excuse me. So, let's see. You can give something. For $40, you get a digital copy. For $45, well, 3,900 yen is 4,400 yen. So, given, so about $45 given what exchange rates are right now. Just about anywhere. You get a physical copy for $45. For $10 more, you get the digital release in the OST. For $60, you get the game and the keychain. For $82, you get the Bridge CD soundtrack, the physical release, the keychain and stuff. So, I'm looking at what goal I'm gonna do. Let me see. Physical release. No. Where is the Bridge CD soundtrack at? That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh, we getting into too expensive for me territory right now. So, okay. Like I said, I don't want to get blocked on Twitter by Camille. I'm like, I don't want to pay. Oh, you get the digital comic. Where's the physical comic book or whatever? About $1,600. Oh, ain't nobody bid on So people have bid on the match for about $330, give or take. Yeah, so which one is the physical CD soundtrack then? The full CD soundtrack at the lowest tier, because I am bad at reading, is oh, this was the one you could get. So what was in this that people wanted so bad? The toy set. Okay, they got these like out of order or whatever, which is kind of weird. But see, this is last of it again because let me see. So the cheapest that you could get the full CD soundtrack is the one for $332. I think we here, like right here, because the art book, the art book speaks to me, and you know what? Maybe we in this here, right here, about where I am willing to spend some money. Because, oh boy, Uncle Triple will spend some money on a Kickstarter. After Shantae and Arcane Heart Kickstarters. Like, so I got to make it ring. I do that, so not a big deal. So, I think that's what I'm looking at right now. Like, I had to put it in the budget, but I'm looking at anywhere between this little $102 tier and this $330 tier. I think that's about as much as, I'm not sitting up saying that I wouldn't, but I'm saying given budgets and things of that nature of real life, because yeah, I can give a Kickstarter $332, but this Kickstarter isn't going to keep the electric on or the internet, which allows me to do the two things that combine to make this video to come out to you. So there's that. So yeah, that's where we are. So I know this got completely off the rails because this became more about me trying to figure out what I wanted to do versus telling you, but there'll be a link in the description for this Kickstarter, and you can look at it yourself, and then you can give these wonderful folks money and maybe tell them like, like, you want more Anarchy Reigns. You would love to see Mad World Remastered with the Concho finisher that they took out because reasons. That's on the internet. It was in an early trailer, like Jack Psychomaniac set up her Concho with the gator tooth dog, ripped the dude clean in half. But you know what? Bring it back to me for that. You know, I'm not even gonna do that. Bring it back to me. Bring it back to me, because I want to say this while y'all looking at me. I need to change that fade out, but that's more live television stuff. If they do a Mad World remaster, I gotta wonder, like, how are the rights for all those songs gonna work? Because shout out to one J.P. Kellums, man. I'm like, when he was at Platinum Games, especially for the sound they were going for in games like Mad World and Anarchy Reigns, his choice of hip hop really gave that game some soul it wouldn't have had without the music otherwise. It was just kind of one of those things that was very rare, meeting in the middle of the game is great and the music is great, but together it's something greater. So shout out to him. I'm like, he long doing his thing elsewhere, you know, doing whatever he do, man. But shout out to him, man. Always showing love to that guy, man. Nothing but good things to say about him with my interaction with him on the interweb. So it is what it is with that. So, link will be in the description. You figure out what to do. Don't be a dumbass. Don't make this mistake. Go give Platinum your money. Even though they got that Chinaman rights money with that ultimate, and I mean that ultimate St. Paul sandwich. Still get them money, because it would be wonderful to see them do this again with their other titles. Like, you know, that game Mad World we just talked about, because that game could use a damn remap. But that makes me wonder also, though, how is this game gonna work on us? Well, I know how, but you know, I played Wonderful 101 with nothing but the touchpad, so I never used the controller for real, because I really think that game was created to draw and do your stuff with your light morphs and things like that. So I never ever played it with a pro controller or anything like that. But I don't know. I've heard it controls well in that form factor, but being able to draw the whip or draw the sword or do the thing for the fist is what made that interaction special, because it was how that game was created to work. Whether or not that was shoehorned in or something like that, only Camille knows the answer to that one. But it'll be interesting to really see and people to get a second opportunity, which is very rare in this state of ours, to play a game you should have played in the first place. Just is what it is with that. But seriously, let me sit up, because I gotta do this. We've got plenty of more show for you. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. Me, hold it, let it go. Me, I'm of course Mr. Pop That Thing, the one on the triple G.O.D, aka with the CRACKCOCINE, hashtag entertainment's #1 dope man. And of course I am the baddest monster in existence, and don't you ever forget it. Always hold it down. My sis, the Squish Murderer in the Squadron, the congregation, may they indeed be praised. Janine, Betsy, Magdalene, and of course my girl Miss Marcy, holding down your unos, doses, traces, and cuartos. Triple month, we stay winning, never losing round here. Never. You understand? Look, subscribe, bells. All my contact information is in the description below, along with the link to this Kickstarter. You got to comment, leave it down below, and on the way, if you like it, do this. If you don't, do that. And when it comes to that cash money in ways that you can support the show monetarily, get at me on PayPal, or join my boys, my main man Ron Bummer, my partner Anti, my boy Young Drew, a.k.a. Young Money Bag. Hold me down on the Patreon tip. Always appreciate the love, fellas. They love some company, so man, do what you do, but all those links are down below. Go give some money to this Kickstarter, please. Please do that. Please. If you do nothing else within the next 30 days, do that. I'm going to be probably checking in with this Kickstarter maybe within the next couple of weeks, because they done smashed everything they're going to do. So it'll be really interesting to really see where this goes, because it really ain't been no real major video game Kickstarters for real with like this much watch behind it since probably Bloodstained. I have to say, since Bloodstained and the Bloodstained Kickstarter brought us a lot of things, even though people have questions about the real game's ultimate, probably decent to dubious quality, depending on who you ask. Still haven't played it yet and need to do so. So I can make my own judgments and decisions about that. But it'll be interesting to really see like if this is the Kickstarter to bring game Kickstarters back, because for a minute everybody had a Kickstarter. There are a lot of Kickstarters that I wish I would have gotten in on the ground floor on, but didn't. But one of those days, it's one very special that I really want to get some shine to and cover, but got to do that when the time is right. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned for that too. Look, scatter, get out of here. More show for you on the Catch Up Spectacular right after the commercial messages. Ooh, baby, man, it's been a while since I've done evil laugh, but damn, it feels good, nice and cathartic. Let you know I'm evil. But seriously, go give money to this Kickstarter. We got more show for y'all right after these commercial messages.